Welcome to Aspen Yoga. For today's chair yoga session, we are going to do some stretch and strength. So we are going to need a band. And don't worry if you don't have a band, you can still get some strength with our range of motion. All right, so remember you also need your chair, no arms, no wheels. So go ahead and grab what you need and meet me back on the mat. Welcome back. We are going to start with some yoga and stretching, then we're going to move into strength, and we're going to go back to yoga and stretching. So let's go ahead and start first. So you can go ahead and put your band to the side. Remember, you don't need a band as well. I want you to start with your feet flat on the floor, away from the back of your chair, so sitting firmly on that chair. Hands are on your thighs, shoulders are relaxed away from your ears. Let's take a deep inhale here. And exhale. Good. Your eyes can be opened or closed, taking some time to center and reset. A couple more, inhaling here. And exhale. Last time, sending that oxygen all the way to the fingers and the toes. Good. Starting with those shoulders, one side and then the other. So just alternating some circles back, circle through your range of motion. Good. One more each side, one and one. Bringing the hands out to the side. Let's just do thumbs are going to rotate over. So thumbs up and over and then back and down. So really palms up, palms down, rotating through that shoulder joint. Good. Palms up and down. One more time, up and down. Good. Arms, let's do palms down. Stretch from one side to the other. Good. Keep those hips planted. So just getting a nice stretch through the torso. Good. One more here. Last one this side. Good. Bring those hands down. Let's just inhale, reach tall. Exhale, sweep them down. Good. Let's go all the way up. Sweeping them back. Good. Sweep up and back. Last time up. And as you come back, I want you to forward fold. Good. And as you forward fold, bring those hands back to your knees. Flat back. I want you to press up. Good. And come down. Good. Press up, press in, and down. Last one. Press up and stay here. Shoulders are back. Good. Let's take those toes and walk them out and walk them in. And if you need to scoot a little bit farther towards the end of your chair, but always are still stable, you can do that. So we're just heel toeing out and back. Good. Let's do one more. Good. Let's come up onto our toes and down. Up and down. One more. And down. Good. Toes up. Toes up. Works the front of those shins, which we don't always do. So let's do a couple more of those. And down. Last one. Up and down. Good. Let's take our band. Now your band should be long enough that we can manipulate it a little bit. And remember, if you do not have a band, do not worry about it. I want you to take that band, if you do have it, behind your back. And I want you to work it up to your shoulder blades. Holding the band, palms are down. I want you to press out and back. So my thumbs come together, My shoulders stay away from the ears. My elbows are lower than my shoulders. So I'm not here, I'm just a little bit down. With a band, you are in control of how hard it is. So if you're like, this is too easy, just make the band shorter. If it's too hard, make the band longer. Good. And if you don't have a band, doing this movement is great range and gives you a little bit of strength as well. Let's do 2 more here. 1 and 2 and down. Good. Take that band back in front. From here, you're going to hold about the middle of the band. Again, you can adjust as you need to. I'm going to hold the band below my chest, and I'm going to pull the band apart, pinch my shoulder blades, and bring it back together. So pull apart and back together. Take those elbows behind you and back together. So I'm pinching here and back together. Keep those shoulders away from your ears so I'm not here, but I'm low. And that, when I keep my elbows low, that tends to keep my shoulders down. Let's do 3 more. 1. Last one, pinch and back. Good. Let's go ahead and shake those shoulders out a little bit. All right. Just hold on to that band. We're not going to need it right yet. Sitting comfortably towards the edge of your chair, I want you to plant your heel onto the floor, working our quads. So I want you to squeeze this muscle right here. I want you to lift it up, hold, down, and relax. So squeeze, lift, down, and relax. Squeeze, working those quads, down, and relax. So this one is a perfect example that I do not need the band. We're going to do 2 more to feel strengthening my quads. Last one, squeeze, lift, down, and release. Good. Same thing on the other side. So pull the toes towards the shin, squeeze these quad muscles right here that are on top of that, above that knee. You're going to lift, hold, down, and relax. Squeeze, lift, down, relax, squeeze, lift, down, and relax. 2 more, squeeze. No, I am fibbing. No 2 more. We got to do a few more of these. Down and relax, squeeze, lift, down, and relax. Now we can do 2 more. Lift, down, and relax. Last one, squeeze, lift, down, and relax. Nice job. All right, bend those knees, shake out those quads a little bit. All right, we're going to take the band again. And again, if you don't have a band, no worries. I want you to take the band and just put it on the bottom of your foot, holding the band up towards your knee. Side view here, I want you to point and up, point and up. And you can take the band more towards your toes if that's more comfortable. Point and flex, point and flex. Good. So we're working our our calf here. And you may feel a little bit into the front of that shin. I want you to really point those toes as you come down. So point those toes, lift up, point and up. 2 more, down and up, down and up. Good, switch sides. So again, if you don't have a band, you are just point and up, and you're still going to feel it. You're still going to get benefit here. Point and relax, point and relax. Good. Good. One side may feel easier than the other. Remember to keep the resistance and hold on to your band. So remember to keep that resistance, and if you hold on tight and you pull a little bit more, you're going to have more resistance. If you let it go a little bit, you're going to have less resistance. So whatever your body needs. 2 more here. Point up, point, and up. Good. Go ahead and take the band back, and we're going to do some bicep curls. So I want you to stand on your band with your foot. Again, remember, the shorter the band, the harder it is, the more resistance you're going to have. Looser the band it is. Thumb is up. We're going to do bicep curls. So I want you to curl up and down, up and down. Good. Be sure that you stand on that band well. Otherwise, we don't want our band to come back and pop you at all. Good. So you're curling up and down. Keep that elbow tucked into your side. So you keep curling here. What the side looks like, you're going to curl up and down, up, just like that. The thumb is up. Let's do 2 more. 1 and 2. Nice. Remember, if you don't have the band, still do those curls. All right, same thing on the other side. Curl up and down, up. Keep that elbow tucked so that elbow does not go anywhere. So the elbow is not moving here. It's literally just that forearm to the hand. That's the only thing that's moving. Good. Stay tall. Keep those feet firmly planted onto the floor. Protect. Make sure that you're standing firm on your band. Good. Let's do a couple more. 1 and 2. Good. Let's do some triceps. So throughout these exercises, we have worked like the front and the back, and that's the way that we should always work on our strength. So triceps, I want you to take the band in front. If you need to wrap the band around, you can do that. I want you to have one hand anchored at your chest. The other one is going to be at your side, just like we did bicep curls. Instead of curling up, this time you're extending down. So we're coming down and up, down and up. Good. All the way down, back to 90, all the way down, 90 degrees at my elbow, down and up. Keep that elbow tucked so my elbow stays here. It's not doing a extension. It's staying a tight extension. Give me 2 more. 1 and 2. Good. Let's switch sides. So switching sides, we just take the anchor at the chest, pull it down. Remember, making that band shorter makes it harder. Making the band longer makes it easier. Your choice. Every day could be a little bit different depending on what you have done, how you slept. Good, just extend that elbow. The slower you go, the better. Now remember, if you do not have a band, you're just extend and come back up. Good, let's do 2 more. 1 and 2. Good. All right, come back to the center. Last one with our bands. I want you to take your band and you're just going to wrap it around your thighs, okay? Wrap it around your thighs. You can roll it under if you need to. I've gotten sometimes when you work with bands, you get that powder all over you, and that's what you will see, how new your band is. So just wrap it around. Let's keep our hands on our band just to keep it straight, and we're just going to do some marching. So marching with a little resistance. And as we march, stay tall. So don't let yourself cave back. Good. So marching here is going to give us some strength in our hip flexors and our glutes. So hip flexors up in here. And we know where our glutes are. Good. And your hands are here just to protect the band so it doesn't fall off. Good. Let's do 1 more each side. 1 and 1. Good. Get rid of that band. Nice. So that concludes our strength. Let's go ahead and stretch everything out. Take those hands in front. Open the chest with an inhale. As you exhale, cross your arms over, give yourself a hug. Notice which arm is on top here. Inhaling, open. Exhale, cross the other arm over, hug, tuck that chin. One more each side, inhaling, open. Nice. Exhale, pull it in, cross, tuck, stretch. Last one, open it up. Cross as you exhale. Tuck and give yourself a nice upper body stretch. Inhaling, open. Exhale, down. Good. Inhale, we're just coming up. Exhale, down. So a seated jumping jack, up tall. Touch those thumbs and down. How comfortable your range of motion is here. Only raise those arms up as far as you can comfortably, up tall and down. Last one, up and down. Nice. Switching to our lower body, let's do a nice hamstring stretch. So I want you to plant that heel, hands on the bent knee, hinge forward at the waist. Good. Get a nice stretch in the back of the leg, maybe even into the calf. So let's just let yourself sink in here. And as you press up, switch sides, plant the heel, hinge forward. Now, planting the heel and pulling the toes towards my shin activates everything on the back side. So versus just letting that toe hang, feel the difference if I hinge forward and have those toes actively pulling towards me. Gets everything on the back side. Nice. Go ahead and come up. Figure 4. I want you to cross your ankle over your thigh. Hand on the knee, hand on the ankle, hinge forward at the waist. Get a nice stretch through your hip. You can do some ankle circles on that foot as well. Circle them in each direction. Good. Now I want you to point the toes, flex, point, and flex. Good. Let's switch sides. Ankle over thigh. Hinge forward. One side is going to be tighter than the other. And while you're stretching that hip, just do some ankles in whichever way. Just switch directions. Go one way, a few, and then go the other way. Good. Let's come back to the center. Point those toes. Flex them up. Point, flex, point, and flex. Good. Come back to the center. Bring those feet flat on the floor. Inhaling up. Exhale, just fold forward. Inhale up. I don't want you to fold forward a lot. Just want you to get some movement in that lower back. Good. Last time, up tall. Open and down. Let's take some time for a little relaxation here. So I want you to go ahead and settle in on the back of your chair now. So settle in that you are supported by the back of your chair. Your feet, if possible, are firmly planted onto the floor. Hands are on your thighs. Sitting tall. Let's take a deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, filling your abdomen and your chest. Exhale, shoulders relax. And as you sit in your chair firmly, let's do a body scan. Check out how our body is feeling. Starting at the top of your head and making your way down your face, relaxing the muscles of your face, softening the muscles of your forehead, opening the muscles of your jaw, relaxing your neck. And as you come through the shoulders, down to the fingertips, your hands are heavy and relaxed into your thighs. Inhaling here. And as you exhale, relaxing your chest and your upper back, your abdomen and your lower back. Coming into the hips. Your hips are firmly supported by the chair. Making your way from your hips to your toes. Your toes, your feet are firmly planted into the floor. Your legs are heavy and relaxed. Inhaling here. And as you exhale, allow your body to sit firmly in the chair, but your body release and relax any tension. Taking some time here with your breath. Allow your body to relax as your mind wanders. This time as you inhale, and as you exhale, wiggle those fingers and the toes, your arms and your legs, waking your body up, sitting away from the back of your chair. Let's inhale together and exhale. Again, my name is Stacie with Aspen Yoga. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you again next time.